Hello friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Breck Roll. Alright, we're going to do something a little different today, something I've been kind of thinking about doing for a while, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. So, I think today we're going to go over to the Cameron Park Zoo and check that place out. I've been looking at it on the internet, and it actually looks like there's a lot of good stuff there, so let's go do that. Alright, we've made it. I've heard a lot of good things about this place, so let's go in and take a look around. So I guess they just celebrated their 25th anniversary. You telling me I missed International Porcupine Day? The white-handed gibbon. Guess it's the smallest of the ape family. They live in usually small families, one male, one female, and a couple of offspring. And there's our culprit just kind of hanging out in the trees. It's kind of hot out here today, so I don't really blame him for keeping the energy level low. Oh, there he moves a little bit. Gonna put on a little show for us. Grounds are very beautiful, really green and lush. Several people commented on my Escaping the Pods people video a couple of days ago that it sounded like there was a rattlesnake when I was out there unloading the pod. In reality, it's some sort of a bug or insect, and you can hear them all over the place here too. It's interesting because one of them will start chattering in one part of the tree, and then it just kind of rolls along like waves as other ones pick up and start and continue the song. Actually, the more I think about it, I think it's more of an insect than a bird. All right, there's something that probably doesn't need much of an introduction. The bald eagle, symbol of our country. There's two of them in here. The other one's down here on the ground just chilling out. Kind of hot for them, I think. Little doubt that we are in Dr. Pepper country. It's a beautiful macaw. There's another one over here. Chomping on an orange. So a couple of Galapagos tortoises here from the Galapagos Island. They're so hot right now, they're just taking a nap. There's one there. And two of them here chilling in the mud swamp.
Turtle? Look at the big turtles right there from you. Look. Look at huge turtle. Yeah, look at that one up there. Look, it's sticking its head up. Look, you see it?
And they got their own little hut, just like Flash does. Only this one's a little bit bigger. So just to kind of give you a little size perspective on how big these guys are. Yeah, they aren't little like Flash is.
Look at that real turtle.
Can't really blame anyone for... I had a little squabble here. Can't really blame them all for kind of chilling. It's hot today. And there are two instigators here. And if it isn't nap time, it's feeding time. I'm like literally 6 inches away from him. Not anymore though. Couple of king vultures out there looking for something to eat. Alright, we got air conditioning in here. Let's check out what's in here. This seems to be the aquariums. Big giant puffer fish there. Some stingray buzzing around back there somewhere. Oh yeah, there he is. Right in the back there. Just kind of coming up to this aquarium and looking at the little puffer fish, and all of a sudden he popped out and started swimming around. Some of the colors on these fish are just amazing.
I see it. Hey, look at this one. Look at the bright colors and the polka dots. Wow. So pretty.
I'm not sure, but I think that's a porcupine fish, and I think each of those quills have a really dangerous poisonous venom in it, so yeah, you don't want to mess with these guys. And they got several of them in here. One hanging out there on the top too. Those are strange looking fish. Somebody's seashell collection. All sorts of different stuff here. So we come out of the fish tank area and we're into the aviaries now. So this is some of the stuff that that they have here. Interestingly enough, I battled with one of those in my yard once. I had one discover that there were fish in my pond, and he was draining the pond for me. Yeah, I think that's their version of the egret that I had in my yard. The one in my yard was much larger than that. But he reduced my pond population from about 200 individuals down to 7 one year.
No, it's not. The boots are different. We saw two in the fire, yeah. fancy. Like they're weird.
Just a little red.
Notice a lot of times here around Texas you see the birds walking around with their mouths open. I wonder if that's just an issue of trying to keep themselves cool. Oh yeah, we got millions of those in California. Some big giant pelicans back there hanging out. Big giant alligator, about 8 feet long, I would guess. And probably the boat of the last people he caught. You can't escape it. It's everywhere. But at least they got 7 up too. Interestingly enough, the alligator enclosure is all part of the same enclosure that the birds are in. But they've obviously netted it off because I guess they don't want the water birds landing in there and ending up as a quick meal for the alligators. So there's a hole in the side of the alligator enclosure that lets you get in there and look at them from underwater. So let's check that out. Yep, there you go, the back half of an alligator. And another one from this angle. No, that's not real. He's bronze. And a couple of more alligators from a different angle. These guys are a bit smaller than the other one. I'd say these guys are maybe only about 6 feet long. Still big enough to ruin your day, but we're in cougar country. Laying back there in the shade. Can't really blame them. Don't run away and hide. We want to see you. Is it just me, or are those guys on the wrong side of the net? Yeah, those are definitely outside the net. There must be some wild birds that are just kind of chilling around here. But they look like some of the vultures they had in the other enclosure. Makes you wonder if they got out. This may actually explain everything. They are actually wild because there are no nets above this area. So I think they just kind of create a habitat that the birds find good food in, and and they just keep hanging out. It's interesting, they have the enclosures to keep the humans away from the animals, but no enclosures to keep the animals in the cages. Guess that kind of says everything, doesn't it? That's kind of funny. According to this, these 2 different species of vulture that live in the area have always kind of hung out by the Bosque River, which is just literally right here. And when they were doing construction, I guess the noise of the earth movers and that scared them all away, and they all came over here and took up residence at the zoo. So, okay, that's cool. Got all the river otters here producing a little bit of a show for us.
Is Lexi up there? Oh, I see her.
They seem to be having fun. So there we go, got a bear coming out to see what's going on. I was kind of on the other side of this enclosure a few minutes ago, and you could see like 3 or 4 of them back there just kind of resting up. But there's actually one out and about now, hiding in the shadows. Too hot out here, isn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna come out and say hello anyway. That's cool. I'm guessing this is some sort of a filter feeder here, because they're not all swimming around with their mouths open, but some of them are. That's a strange creature. I've never seen anything like that. That one's a big one. Apparently these guys once existed at the same time with the dinosaurs, and they survived the extinction of the dinosaurs and a lot of the other animals that died out during that time. It's not the only thing in here. There's this little dude here. Little river turtle action here. A little bit smaller than Flash, but oh, and then check out this dude here that's just kind of hanging out. Yeah, he's a big one. Some sort of an eel, river eel. Those turtles must be relatively common around here. When I was out just kind of wandering around the area a couple weeks ago when I just did my exploring Waco thing and was along the Brazos River, I saw a number of those dive into the water when I approached. Desert king snake. I guess these guys are non-venomous, but that is a beautiful snake. Look at that. Look at the markings on him. Almost thought this one was empty, but he's just kind of hiding out there in the back. Wants to be left alone. Western cottonmouth snake, about 3 feet long. That one will definitely ruin your day if he bites you. Western diamondback rattlesnake. You can kind of see the rattles on the end there. There an again. That's a blue spiny lizard. I don't know why, because I guess it does look a little bit blue but it looks more like black and white. Texas rat snake. Actually looks like there's a couple of them back there. Got this lighter colored one here, and then one that kind of has more yellow and brown color to it back there. There's a part of a Great Plains rat snake. This one definitely doesn't want to be seen today because he's kind of hanging out underneath the rocks, but that's the best we're going to get of him, I think. That's a Louisiana pine snake. Very beautiful. Oh, nuts. I really wanted to see the two-headed rat snake. I'm sorry for those of you who aren't into snakes. You'll just have to kind of skip past this part, but
This is a Louisiana. Let me see.
there's a green tree frog.
Oh, it's a tree frog? Where's the tree frog?
And
Oh, I see it.
It took a while to see it. I actually spent like 2 minutes trying to find him. He's so well blended in there. Yeah, don't let your eyes fool you. Those things are about 1/4 of an inch long. They're tiny, 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 tiny little babies, I guess. So I guess those babies, this is what they look like when they grow up. That one there's a good 6 inches long. So, yeah. See what I mean about the rattlesnake sounding bugs? So yeah, we're very, very close to the Mammoth Museum we visited a few weeks ago, so obviously they got a little bit of that too. Alright, I've never seen a butterfly garden at a zoo, so this ought to be interesting. So this appears to be something like with the buzzards, where they just create an environment to attract the natural wildlife in. So I guess this is some of the butterflies that you might see here. I don't know, I don't think that's a butterfly though. That looks more like a hummingbird. Just saying. But there's at least one butterfly hanging out. That definitely seems to be the approach though. Create an environment that the butterflies like to hang out and then just let them come visit. Yeah, these guys seem to be doing what Bite and Nibble are doing right now. Napping as a way to escape the heat. They like their shelves. I guess that's just a cat thing, huh? Yep, just big kitty cats. I guess now we're in wolf country. Although that doesn't look like it would qualify, does it? Oh yeah, there's one. Another one hanging out by the water bowl. You got a porcupine down here chilling out. He's inside too, I don't blame him. He could go out if he wants, but why would you? Oh, and I just noticed there's another one chilling out in there too. So they got a whole exhibit on like nocturnal animals. So we've got some bats in here. It's so humid in here, the glass has become a little foggy. It's a little hard to see. Sorry about that. A couple of barn owls. Once again, they're doing the black light in there to try and keep them active during the day because they're nocturnal.
I ain't seen one really since Virginia.
Raccoon. A couple of them there. There's another one there. I don't know, the black lights aren't doing much to get them active, but whatever. There they are, at least you can see them. So this is kind of a better view of the bat enclosure. There's one chomping on some, looks like lemon or something.
Those bats.
It's so cute.
No way.
Gives new meaning to the term hanging out. We've got a great horned owl up here. Alright, found the buffalo enclosure. As usual, they're all kind of hanging out as far away from the people as they can get. Can you blame them? A bunch of them over there too. This is the only one that seems to want to be a little photogenic right now. So this is the end of part 1 of my Cameron Park Zoo vlog. I hope you enjoyed this, and come back tomorrow. We'll finish this tomorrow. Until then, thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you next time on Escaping the Mouse. Good night.